Testing 1, 2, 3. Mic check 1, 2. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Mic check 1, 2. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. No, basic. Desktop audio. Testing 1, 2, 3. You can see the screen. Perfect. Couldn't tell if I could get it going. Let me see if I can get my voice louder. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to check the volume settings here. Testing 1, 2, 3. Monitor only. Output. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2. Is that louder? If anyone's on here, can you hear me? I want to verify that you guys can see the screen and hear my voice. Testing 1, 2, 3. Mic check 1, 2. Testing 1, 2, 3. Hey, you guys, I see I have 3 people online. If you guys don't mind, let me know if you can see the screen and hear my voice clearly. If you can, I'll go ahead and get started. I didn't want to start talking and no one can hear. It's 12-minute. This 36-minute chart, I was looking at this candle here, hoping that I would get a turn. We did get one, but as you can see, price action went beyond this pivot high here up to here. I almost thought it was gonna give me a confirmation of an uptrend breakout if it would have closed above the bodies of these candles, the distal body of these candles. But because it didn't, I was still pretty confident of a downtrend. So I held my position and I kind of waited, went into drawdown a little bit, got out, didn't want to take a chance on it going up. But then I just got back in again here. And as you can see, I'm going to be shorting. I do believe that there's going to be on the 30-minute chart here. I just put an SSO, so I'm going to be doing a sell stop order. And if we go to the 30-minute chart, you'll see I put here flip zone. A flip zone is just a it's kind of like this candle here, and what will happen is another zone, we call them zones, is pretty much these little candles here, these basing candles. And so if a basing candle gets created here at this price in relationship to this candle here, we call that a flip zone. So that flip zone on a 30-minute chart is what I believe is going to be created. Of course, I don't want it to because that's just going to be a hold up for me getting paid. I would like this thing to just shoot straight down, just like it went straight up. That would be perfect. But I do think we're going to get a little hiccup here, another little hiccup here, where we're going to have a downtrend pullback. So if we go to the 30-minute, which is actually where we are, this drop base rally and this immediate retest pointing to this drop base rally is giving me an indication of a possible pullback. I don't think this is going to hold considering the big picture, because if I were to use the fib tool, there's no reason for price action necessarily to turn here at the 66. I would more so expect it to be at the 50 or just take it all the way down, you know, maybe to here or here somewhere down here. But I wouldn't expect a turn right where it is. I'm also not expecting a turn for the upside. Oh, you can't see the screen. Oh, wow. All right. Let me try that again. It says that it's showing. Thanks for letting me know. Screen here. Capture. Let me know if you see anything now. All right, let me know if you can see anything now. All right, perfect. I guess I just needed to reset it. Awesome. All right, so like I was saying, looking at this chart here, I'm trading the euro dollar. I'm big picture, I'm in a long. I'm going to be going long on this thing. If I were to kind of back up, you can see I'm in a big picture to go way up here. But I don't think it's going to go straight up there right now. I think we're going to get a pullback before it goes up. And that pullback is going to happen on a small time frame. So if I look at the smaller time frame, which is what we call the intermediate time frame or the low time frame, I'm looking at this 30-minute chart. I'm also looking at the 36-minute chart, and I'm also looking at the 12-minute chart. And between these three, I've determined that there's going to possibly be another move to the downside. I'm calling this simply a retracement, a downtrend retracement. So if you see DT retracement as downtrend, the reason why I'm saying downtrend retracement is because I don't believe the trend is down. How you doing, Itchy Binkra? I hope I'm saying that correctly. Glad to have you on here. I'm just sharing my euro dollar trade that I'm in. Again, I was on the 36-minute chart here, and I saw this, what I call a zone. So this inverted hammer here, I was expecting a turn because there's some major resistance in this area. If we back up, you can see here, there's major resistance here, major resistance here. If we keep going back, you can see there's still even more here. So I was expecting a turn in this area, and unfortunately it went against me just a little bit, and so I got a little scared. It went against me about 14 pips, got really close to what I call the uptrend breakout on the 36-minute chart. What that means is this proximal body of these two candles. That means the furthest part of the candles, the proximal body. If price action on these candles would have closed above that, then I would have anticipated that this thing would have kept going long. And I thought it was, because you see how close it got. So I got out of my trade with a small loss. But then I saw it started turning around and it just tanked without me, of course. But then when it got here and started consolidating and basing to the side, I decided to jump back in with a market order to short. So if you guys want to jump in with me, you can. So far, I'm in drawdown about $5. I'm in a standard lot position. I'm shorting. And when it gets down to the 30-minute, to this price here, 108.78, I saw on the 30-minute chart the possibility of it creating a flip zone. A flip zone is basically when a base candle like this one gets created at this price up here, and when you have them catacorner to one another like this, it creates a confirmation of a downtrend. And, you know, unless you took one of my classes or something and I taught you how to trade, it would be difficult for me to spend the time to explain to you what a, you know, how a flip zone works and what the behind the scenes of it is. But what I'm anticipating basically is for a base candle like this to be created around this price. And if it does, that's confirmation of a downtrend. Now, we don't need it, and I would hope it doesn't happen because I would like for this thing to just tank just like it went up. I made money this morning on it going up. So if it tanks, that'll just make my day. But if it doesn't tank, here are 3 areas that I believe we're going to have some consolidation or a pullback. And that's this first one here on the 30-minute at 108.78. I'm not getting out of my trade. I'm just going to hold it. And then when it gets down here and it hits this drop base rally right here in this area, I'm expecting it to pull back. But when it pulls back, it should pull back to this flip zone and then continue the downtrend. Now, I have a couple of indicators that I've created here. These are 2 of them. These are mine. These are not going to be found. They're private. So I've created these. They're set with a lot of different settings from, I have 25 years of experience in trading. So I took all my knowledge and plugged it into these little things here. So that's why this thing is highlighting here. It's letting me know this could be a potential problem area. But even though it's highlighting it, I'm not worried about it. I don't see this as an area other than another pullback maybe. But I'm more concerned about this, and then down here we have a support area that I believe is pretty good. It's minor. That's why I put the word minor here. And minor just means it's going to pull back but not change the trend. So it's going to pull back, and if it does pull back, it might pull back to this area that's being highlighted now by the indicator. But it might pull back to here, or it could pull back up here, and then it'll continue shorting, and then we should take profit here. This is where I got in this morning. So I jumped in this trade. I got in this morning, so I didn't get in at this price. Where did I get in at? Oh, that was last night then. I got in at the breakout. So the breakout was here. So I got in at 108.15 is where I got in. That's probably where the support started. So I got in on the breakout to the upside here and made money from here up to this first green line right here. Or yellow line, whatever color. I'm colorblind, so I think that's yellow. But whatever that is, it went up there, and then now we're shorting. Up 16 bucks already on the short here. Ich bin Krull. Hopefully I'm saying your name correctly. Yeah, I can look at crypto. I can also look at some stocks. I don't focus too much on those simply because of how they move. I'm trying to make money now. Stocks are very slow. You got to wait for companies to make adjustments and changes or change their services or products before the company really takes off. Crypto, right now, crypto is in an uptrend, but that uptrend is what I believe to be false. Before we move on to that, did anybody have any questions about the euro dollar trade? Right now, I jumped in on a market order short. The indicators are mine. I have a company, and so these indicators are mine. P2P Indy is just pivot to pivot. That's what that stands for. And Indy just is a short word for indicator. That's all. And me and my team are professionals, so that's what this is for. And then this is just a fake name that we created for our indicator. And so all it does, if I turn it on and off, as you can see here, this one, it highlights any pivots that I want to see, so I don't have to waste too much time doing that. It'll also highlight zones like this for me. And all of this stuff was created. All of these settings in here, these are all mine. So in order to have access to this, I charge for this if you guys want access to this, but I'd have to teach you how to use it as well. And then I do streaming services like this, and you guys can use the indicator along with me as I'm trading. So if that's something you're interested in, then you can hit me up in Telegram. and then I can get some information over to you. If you're interested in that, let me know, and I'll plug it in. Any thoughts about XRP? No, I don't have any thoughts. I'm a professional trader, so I focus on mainstream things. I don't focus on things that are ancillary products, I guess you can call them. I focus on things that banks, institutions, hedge funds, brokerage firms, anything big boys are trading. That's what I'm focused on because I need something that moves. And a lot of the Bitcoin stuff is kind of stale at this point. But we can take a look at it. Any questions though on euro dollar? Other than I'm getting in now and I'm going down to 108. So if you guys trade Forex, here's euro dollar. I can go ahead and take a look at, let me see here. I got Bitcoin. I was in a short, but Bitcoin's going up. I just don't want to lose all that money. That's why I didn't get out. But I may have to turn this thing around. Oh, I already put 2 orders here. So yeah, I was in a short on this one here. I was making money on this thing as it was shorting, and I just kind of, went to bed, and around 1 in the morning, this thing turned around and spiked up. I wasn't paying attention. I forgot to put my positive stop loss down here to protect my trade, and it went against me. So I'm looking at these possible areas where it might buy. It's been bouncing back and forth. It hasn't triggered anything. And I'm waiting to go long, and then I'm going to get out up here. This is where I believe there is some resistance on the 4-day, 2-day, and 1-day. So let's take a look at that. So here's the 4-day. So I'm anticipating the possibility of it coming up here. I think I have it saved up here. Do I have Bitcoin? Is this Bitcoin? Yeah, this is Bitcoin. Cool. Perfect. There it is. So I already had it mapped out. It was already charted. As you can see, I was trying to short. I started making money, but then it went against me. So now I'm just waiting for it to hit either my buy limit order here or my buy stop order and then take me up to here. I'm going to lose this 8,000 here. But as you guys can see, I'm going to make 10,000 off of this trade if this one triggers, and I'm going to make 8,200 if this one triggers. I'm going to lose the 86. So basically, I'm going to end up breaking even by the time I get up here. But when I get up here, I'll be able to short it again when it starts going down. I have the ability to short. And once it shorts, I'm taking it all the way down. You guys are not going to like to hear this, but I'm taking it all the way down to 7,469. That's where Bitcoin is going before it goes back up. Yeah, Bitcoin is going up. I do agree with you, Derica. I do believe Bitcoin is going to go up. Right now, Bitcoin is in a downtrend, though. It's been in a downtrend for a very long time. We actually called this high at 60,000. It went a little bit above that, and it definitely turned at 60. But it's got to go down before it goes up. There's a law of supply and demand. There's no law called random. Nothing's random in the markets. I don't care what people tell you. Everything is calculated because human beings are behind all of this. And human beings are people you can calculate. Regardless of whether there's AI and all that, AI is programmed by human beings. So none of that stuff matters. You have to look at the basic fundamentals of finance. I've been doing this a long time. And so supply has been satisfied up here. We do not have enough demand to start buying. People are not going to buy in the middle of curve like this when the market's going sideways and there's no guarantee that it's going to keep going up. So if you guys are interested in getting in Bitcoin or buying or any cryptocurrency, because all other cryptocurrencies are following Bitcoin, which is why I don't trade the other ones because they're following Bitcoin. So I just stick with this. But I wouldn't start buying if you don't have the ability to short or sell. I would not start buying crypto until Bitcoin gets down to 70, let's say 7,500 or so. Then you can start loading up on all your cryptocurrencies again. If you start buying now, you'll make some money a little bit because you'll be going up. Right now it's going to go up, but this up move here is just a retracement. That's all this is. It's just pulling back and then it's going to tank again. because there's nothing to support it. We're currently already in the crash. The crash has already been happening. So, and see how I put the fib tool on here? Look how this perfectly landed on the 50% mark. So I don't expect price to go beyond the halfway point and then go back to tanking again. And look how much it's fallen from the 100% mark. It's fallen 75% already. This is 25% fib. We've already dropped 75%. It's not going to go up from 75. It's going to go up from 0. It's got to be 0, 5, or 15. It's got to be down here somewhere. And I've calculated this here based on my analysis. Any other questions? So yeah, right now if you guys want to go long on Bitcoin, I'm going long, but I'm only going long up to here. And once it gets up to 37 area, around 37,000, we should start seeing it short again. We can even see it's highlighted here. So there's a supply area that the system's highlighting. So there's got to be something up there. What was your question on XRP? Ich bin Krau? You had a question on that? Oh, you're 13 years old. Got it. Well, man, I'm excited for you. You should be learning a lot. If you're 13, this is a good time for you to learn how to trade. So, I wouldn't start getting into Bitcoin until Bitcoin gets down to the 8,000 or 7,500 level. And then I would start talking to your parents, I should say. You should start talking to your parents about getting into Bitcoin once it drops. You probably don't have, because you're not a professional trader, obviously you're 13, so you don't have access to being able to make money when the market goes down. So you can only make money buying when it's low and then selling. And so if you're going to start getting into investments, I would wait for Bitcoin to go down here, because if you get in now and it starts going up, when it turns around and goes down, you're going to be losing value. You're not going to lose money, but the value of what you bought is not going to be there until it turns around. So safest bet, I would say, is 7,500, but I'm nobody, so you ain't got to listen to me. But that's my analysis. Ichibin Krill says, I'm longing on short term. Should I stay or quit? On XRP. Let's look at that. I don't trade that one, but let me see if I have it in my lineup. Where's my crypto? Here we go. Cryptocurrency, XRP. Oh, I do, down here. I have XRP in my list. All right, let's see what we got. Just gonna go to the full year, see what this picture looks like. Grab my pivots. Give me 1 second. Hit the wrong button. All right, so go here, chart, perfect, pivot identifiers on, turn this one off. Awesome. Let's see if we can find you some money on XRP, or find you an opportunity, let's say it that way. Okay, so XRP is the same as Bitcoin. It's in a downtrend. They did this stupid false positive. I hate when they do this. This is what we call a false positive. They make people think that the market's going up, but demand again has to be satisfied. So let me see here. It looks like they did satisfy it right here. Give me 1 second. Did you create a demo account to practice when you first started trading? No, I've been in the trading business longer. I've been in the trading business so long, there wasn't even a way to trade online when I first started. And I would agree to some degree with Inchi Ben Crow that trading with a demo account can be, it's not that it isn't the same. It's just that there are two factors that you're missing when you trade on a demo account. I do advise it just for practice. You need to get the practice of charting, learning how to put orders in, learning how to watch the market. It's good for all of those types of things on a demo account. But the downside to a demo account is this, and it's not a downside that you should run away from. It's just something you should consider. When you're trading on a demo account, the two things you're missing is this. Spread. You're not learning how to trade with spread. Spread just means you got to pay your broker and you got to get paid as well. And spread is money that's being taken away from you because it's a fee for jumping in the trade. That doesn't happen on demo accounts. And so sometimes when you're trading in the real world, you'll put an order to go long on something and it won't trigger. Even though the price action went down there, it won't trigger because the price wasn't enough to pay for spread or pay the fee to stay in that trade, and so it didn't get triggered. But if you're on a demo account, there's no spread, so everything you put in gets triggered. Doesn't matter. The other thing is, because the money's not real, you're not learning how to manage your emotions. And trading is less about how to trade, the technical part. That part you're going to learn over time, and that's pretty much easy. The psychology part is the hard part. That part is the part that you have to work on. And what makes you a professional trader is when you're able to control yourself. When you can manage your emotions and be patient and wait. You see, I'm not over here running back and forth to these trades that I have here. So I have one account here, smaller account where I'm trading. Same pair, euro dollar. But you didn't see me go over here one time. I don't even have a stop loss. That's how I trade because I know exactly what I'm doing. And I'm not saying don't trade with stop losses. All I'm saying is, if you know what you're doing and you know how to control yourself psychologically, and I've been doing this so long, I understand how things work. I'm just patient. Patience is going to make you a whole lot of money if you do it. Even if we went back to that other trade I was in on my other account here. Go back to this here, back to the, was it 30 minute or 3 minute or something? Right. Yeah, so you see here. So just looking at the trades, I'm just kind of in the trade, watching, looking, but you got to learn how to just exercise some sort of patience in everything that you end up doing. All right. Why did this thing flip over? Did it flip over? What just happened? Yeah, I think something must have just happened with my screen. Hold on. If you guys can't see the screen, hold on just a second. All right, can you guys see the screen now? Oh, some of you could. It was just one person. Okay. Okay. So Minna says, haha, okay, it's my first time watching anything trading. Honestly, don't even know where to start, but I'm hoping I can start sometime soon. Awesome. Well, welcome to the world of trading. It is exciting. And so I hope you do learn something. Let me figure out what I was trying to do. I forgot where I was now. Oh, we were doing Bitcoin, I think, or XRP. That's what we were doing. So let me go back to my crypto list. Go to XRP. Oh, not that one. XRP here. go back to our high time frame, get that big picture. And I'm gonna go ahead and lock in this chart here because I like it. So let's take this off, turn this on. Let's go to 3.2, and this price will be 0.4. Let's try that. So all I'm doing is marking my pivot high, which is this one. As you can see, it says pivot high. A pivot high is just the highest price you can see over here. Since some of you are new, I'm going to over-explain things just so you understand. But a pivot high is where price turned. So price was going up. It turned when it got to 3.3170. Okay, and that's the highest point. So we call that a pivot high. And this is the pivot low. It came way down here. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that down here as my pivot low. Clear out all these other prices. So we don't get confused. Make sure that all goes away. Hold on, you guys. I got to get rid of all of these things here. Or do your best to try to ignore this bottom one. What's happening is because XRP and Bitcoin, it's a new world. So we're still where zero is. We're not high up. Like if I were to go to some other chart, we're not even nowhere near zero. So XRP just started. So because we're near zero, all of my numbers in my indicator, the lowest point that I could put them on is zero. So you can see I have a whole bunch of labels here. Do your best to ignore all of these. This is not a take profit label. I just can't go lower than zero. At least I don't think so. Let me try to put -5 and see if that works. I don't want to do that. That's too many boxes. All right, let's just get back to this. So we have our pivot low, and you can't even see it. Dang. Oh well, I gotta go through the process of doing it. 0.5. Oh, not 0.5. Negative 0.5. Negative. Negative. Let's see if this moves them all from zero. And low, and there we go. Yes. All right. So now you can see it says pivot low. All right. So this is our pivot low here. This is our mid pivot. This is the middle point where price action happens, and you can see it went all the way up to mid pivot and shot back down, but it should be on its way back up. So whoever's doing XRP that asked me about this, Itch Bingrel, I think it was. I have at the lowest point, it should have went to 0.1687 on my indicator, and that's exactly where it went. That thing came down and turned right where this is. Another buy position that I could put on is this one. So this was the second opportunity to buy. Actually, we're right on it, 52.08. So 52.08 is a good place to pick up a buy opportunity. And then let me see, where can we go before getting a, let's try this one. Nope, that ain't it. 8 day, 6 days. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going down the chart. I can see that price action already came down. It hit the first buy opportunity that we would have had, and as you can see, when it hit it, took off, went up, but it has since come back, and now it's come back to our second buy opportunity here. It's right there. It if you would have gotten in here, you would have been in drawdown a little bit, and then it would have come back, and then it would have been in drawdown and came back. Drawdown means you're negative, but not out of the trade. You're just, you know, it's kind of like being on your checking account. When you overdraw your account, it'll show up negative, but you won't be out of the trade. So this trade here, 5208, will be a good opportunity to get in. As far as getting out, I'm looking at this possible candle here, this red one here, but I'm not quite sure yet. Ah, here it is. It's this guy. See ya. All right. So we got this green guy here on the 4-day. Perfect. All right, so this area here, I'm going to call this major resistance here. And this is going to be on the 4-day chart. You guys would not have access unless you have a premium plan. You won't have access to a 4-day chart. You probably will only have access to 1 day, and I think it skips to 1 week, and then it skips to 1 month. But if you really want to take trading seriously, you need to be able to see all of these time frames, as many as possible, because they could hide support and resistance on any time frame. Those limited time frames won't help you as much. Looks like this here is going to give us another opportunity, so I'm going to do this right here. Input. We're going to find our take profit. Let's make our first one this candle here. What is this? 81.59. 0.8159. All right, and then we'll do another one probably at this candle here. They already touched the bottom of this candle, so that means they're probably going to go to the proximal body. So then let's do, that's 106.67. Let's do 66. So let's do $1.07. No, is it $1? Is it $1.07? Yeah, it's $1.07. 66. Or let's try 50. What is 50? Oh, this would be perfect right here. Okay. I'll do it right there. 106.50. All right. Let's move this over. All right, so what I got thus far is I do see XRP going in an uptrend. And that would make sense because remember I told you guys the other ones, they follow Bitcoin. And I believe Bitcoin's going up. So right now you have a good opportunity to take this to the upside. Let's see where we can get in. So right now you guys could get in at 5208 and you can get out at 81.59, or if you're aggressive and you want to go all the way, you're not afraid to ride this thing out and be patient and go through whatever you got to go through for this thing to break out and keep going. But if you are afraid and you're not there yet, you think it's going to go down or you're going to lose your money, just get out here. This will be the most conservative profit TP that you can make. This will be a more aggressive one. Me, I'm going to go all the way. I'm an aggressive guy, so I want all my money. This thing is, let me see if it's officially, we got this one. The lowest point is here, so it's here. So this is where our breakout is, right here. This is what we call an anchor break, okay? An anchor break is when you have a pivot here and then it gets broken like this. Anytime that a pivot gets broken, that's a sign that the anchor is broken. An anchor is where you go from the lowest point, the pivot low, wherever that pivot low came from, which is from here. If it breaks the point that it came from, that's a sign that it's going to continue going up because the bulls are winning. The buyers are kicking in and they're beating all of these sellers that were here previously. So previously at this point, it was a seller's game. But you can see the buyers have come in, they've gone sideways, they've been trying to beat all of these sellers here. They got close, and then they are trying it again, and then they beat the sellers. So now that they beat all these sellers, I'm expecting it to continue to go up. Where can we get in at? Inchy Bean Crow says support levels. Yeah, let's find some. Right now, I would do a buy stop order at 52.08. You can put that in and then wait for it to go up and keep going up. As far as support, let's find something. It's this here. So I would get in at maybe 40. What is this? 44. So let's do this. I would do, and if you guys get a chance, go ahead and give me a rating, do some feedback or whatever on my account, and just let me know what you think about the live streaming. TradingView just started this, so this is my first day doing it. I think I'm actually the very first person to do a live stream on TradingView. I don't know. I didn't see anybody else, so I might be the first one. But just give me some feedback and let me know what you think, and if you guys like it, I'll keep doing some more of these. Let me see if I can find a nice support level for you to get in at. Let's try a buy limit order at 0.45. Let's see what that looked like. And then we'll change. Where's that? This was a buy limit. Oh, we'll change this to a buy stop. So let's get rid of this buy order. And let's put in a buy stop manually at 0.5. All right, so we got that there. $52.50. Oh, thank you, Inchy Bacro. You said, yeah, boost him and, heart him and follow him. Cool. I appreciate the love, bro. Or it might be female. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm guessing. But I appreciate it. Thank you so much. We might even be able to get in a little lower. Let's try to do 45. What is this? Make as much money as we can on this thing. That's good. I like that. 44.15. So you can do a buy limit order. This is support here. Support is actually where is it going to be? Support is probably going to be here. And this is going to be some major support here. So let's call that major support. This will be the first one. So actually, if this is major support, then let's do this. I'm sorry, guys. I just saw something else. Center. So the support I saw on the 4-day. And so what we'll do is we'll get in down here, 35.50. That's what we'll call this here. So if it does pull back, I think it's gonna hit this and maybe pull back a little bit, or it can hit this and just keep going because it's already in the uptrend. But it'll go to one of these. If it comes here though, I do anticipate it coming lower. So safest bet I would say you have is to get in at 52.50, and I'll verify this buy stop order as well. And then if it pulls back and comes down, this is the safest one. You don't want to be in the middle of anything. You want to be as far to the edges. You want to buy near the pivot low, and you want to, let's say if you're way up here, you want to sell near the pivot high. Those are the safest spots. Anytime you jump in the middle like this, look what happens in the middle. It goes back and forth, back and forth, back. You'll get eaten up alive. So stay away from those. So now I'm going to investigate this buy stop order a little more and see what we might have here. So I'm still seeing it come down to here, or it may come into this, or something's opening up here. Let's see what happens. Oh, this is definitely uptrend. So this is the uptrend formation. Let me turn this on too. Oh, it's higher. Yeah, it's higher than I thought. Hold on. Let me check. This is why I don't like trading this stuff. It's too sideways. All of this sideways makes it difficult to see where things really are. But it's highlighting this area here. So I was down here. It looks to be a little higher. I was looking at it with my eyes, and now the indicator, I have it turned on, and so now it's kind of helping me out. I know it happens, man. That goes back to the psychology stuff we were talking about. I get it. It happens to me too. I don't care how professional you are at trading. You're gonna at some point do something silly and emotional, and you're gonna lose an opportunity. And the key is to learn from it and get back in there and not do it again. That's the key. And it sounds like you learned from it. The fact that you can recall why it happened, that's what matters. And then learn from that, and you'll just get better over time. Yeah, this is it, y'all. There's no point in me like really digging too much. The indicator just keeps pulling this thing up. So let's switch this to something a little higher. Let's switch this to 38.45. All right, there we go. So we got 38.45, and we also have 52.50. We have that. This is all downtrend though. Oh man. So even though the big picture is up, the intermediate time frame is down. It's pulling back right now. Oh, here we go. It might be this. Let's see. This is an uptrend. So it could be this that it might hit. Let's see. Here it is again. That's nice. Aha. This one's nice too. I like this one even more. See? It popped up. Yes! Yes! See? Told you I like that one. Even more. And it popped up. So, Ichiban Crawl, this is probably going to be your best bet here. It's probably going to go up from 49, 45 area. So somewhere in this area, it should start getting us back into that uptrend. If it blows past this, then the next stop is this. So if you're in a long position and this doesn't work out, unfortunately, you got to wait. But once it gets down here, it's not going any lower. This is the bottom. So the bottom is basically zero. So it's not going any lower than this. But I know if you're in a long now, you want to go. This will be the best opportunity here. So this is a buy stop order. What a buy stop order does differently from this, buy limit means price action has to come to you. And when it gets down here, it's going to trigger and then turn around and go up because this is the limit for which you're buying. So you're going to go here and then it's going to go up. Buy stop is kind of like a bus stop. When price action starts going back up to the uptrend, when it gets here, it's going to pick you up like a bus stop and just keep going. So these are called buy stop orders, and these are called buy limit orders. And so I wouldn't put a buy limit order here like this order. Remember I told you guys to stay out of the middle? We call that the middle of curve. You don't want to be in the middle of curve. We call it curve because of this here. Do they have it in here? I don't know if they have curve patterns in here. I don't see it. Is this curve? I don't know what they're using as curve, sorry. But, oh, here's curve right here. Oh, I already had it in my lineup. Duh. So curve is this. Curve is when you take the same pivot high and then wherever your pivot low is, let's say this is my, where was my pivot low at? Somewhere down here. I think this might be it. So basically curve is when you do that, but I'm not going to do that one. I'm going to do this one here because this is the pivot low that's connected to that pivot high up there. So curve is just this. This is what we call curve. And so if I do this and this, what I'm going to want is for curve to be at that 50% mark. And so then I move that to here. And that's basically what that means. And all I'm saying is if it curves and you're trading, you should be going long above the curve, above the turn or where it starts to go around like this. This is mid pivot. You should be going long above that or you should be short below that. So what I'm saying is when we're looking at this area, as beautiful as it is, we could be going long because it happens to be right at the curve. But that's dangerous because what if it keeps going and you're in a buy limit order? If you had this up here and it kept going down, you'll be in a lot of drawdown. So it's better to just let it come down here, see if it reacts to it. And if it does and starts going up, then you know this is going to get picked up and keep going. But if it breaks through this, you're safe because you're waiting for it to come down to you. All right, so let me read what you have. I screwed myself a little. I was on 10 times leverage. I made 7 times as much, but it hit my stop loss in profit though. Very good. That's a positive stop loss. Then it went back on top. I was greedy. I'm thinking I should get off with a loss or stay, learning from my mistakes. That's why I'm confused. I'm closing at 47 then. Where did you get in? Where's your entry price for this trade? I know you said you're closing at 47, so let me put that on there. All right. So I got you up here. You said 0.47. That's where you want to get out at. So we're going to call that your stop loss. So that's your stop loss there at 47. You got in at 54. Oh, you got in up here where it was turning. I see. Oh, if you can add margin, perfect. I mean, if you can hold on to the trade, that's what I would do. If you have the ability to hold on to it, then I would just add more money and hold on to it, because I'm anticipating it going long. I'm in a long on Bitcoin, and I'm anticipating this to go long as well. So, if it breaks, let me see if I can give you. That pivot there. 47 for me is too tight. I don't even think it's going to get to 47 though, but it could. The reason why I'm saying that is because this whole area from here to here, if I were to put some blue lines on there, let's say, sorry for all the lines, but I have to make them different colors so you can see what I'm talking about. This whole area from here, from these two blue lines, this is how much space price action could take when it comes down to turn around. Your 47 is in between those blue lines. I would hate to see you get a stop loss here only for it to turn around and go long, and now you're out the trade. So if you can add money to lower your margin and hold on to this trade in between these two blue lines, knowing that you have all the way until 45.50 actually before you need to get out. Absolutely. But I don't know what that looks like on your account if you can hold it until 45.50. But I don't even think it's going to go down there. I think it's going to turn right up here somewhere, like at the beginning of the blue line, 48.78, somewhere around there is where I think it's going to start turning. We already have a hint of it right here. This is what I call a first paycheck. We got the first bounce, and then it's going to come down here, and then this will be the next bounce to continue the uptrend. I can also add margin, but I don't know if it's smart. I can add to the liquidation to be 0.29. I'm not sure what that means. You can add to the liquidation to be 0.29. But if you can hold on to this trade for the long haul, then you'll be good, because you got quite a ways to go to the upside. We got to get way up here. Yeah, so this will be a nice little run here. Let me see if there's going to be an explosive move. It looks like it. Yes, we are. Wow. Okay. So once it takes off, there's going to be an explosive move from this pivot all the way up to this one here. So if you get an opportunity to get in this and catch this long, you're going to at least gain about 47% upside once it actually breaks out. Because there's nothing in here. There's nothing here to stop it from going up. So, and it already tested it to go up and to go long. So that was another thing. When I started earlier, I told you guys this thing had already broken the anchor. Here we have anchors here. All these anchors are broken. That's telling me uptrend. So hopefully you can hold on to it. You're welcome, sir. Awesome. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear you making a lot. Hear you making a lot. Let me see if I can find my group real quick. Hold on just 1 second. Screw type. All right, so here you guys go. I was trying to pull up my information here. Oh, I thought they put the whole thing. TME, copy. TME. There we go. I don't know if that went through. There we go. All right, so if you guys go to Telegram, hopefully you heard of it. If you go to Telegram and look for this here, you should be able to find me, Fx'tive H&W Q&A. You guys can go in there, ask any questions, and next time I have a thing like this, I'll post something in there and let you guys know when I'm back online again. Or you'll just see me online. Anybody else with any other questions? I'm going to get off of here in about 15 minutes, so if you want to catch me now to look at a chart, I'll go ahead and do that for you. Other than that, if you guys have any questions about trading or investing or markets, something you didn't know, I can answer any questions you might have. I'm just enjoying my little first time stream on Telegram here. I mean, TradingView. Any questions? No? All right, let me go back and see if I'm not losing too much money since I wasn't looking at my chart anymore. Nope, not losing too much. Losing, but not losing too much. Let's go back to here. So as you can see, it pulled back, and it pulled back into that same resistance area. But this is the part we were talking about earlier, the psychology part. You got to learn how to not go crazy. And let me test it and see what's going on here. Okay, so doing my sequential analysis, it's already starting to turn. So I'm just going to hold on to it. Oh, it started to go up to this blue line I had put earlier. I was hoping it did not, but it did. I had put this blue line earlier, seeing if it would go up here. Kind of got close, but looks like they might be turning. I'm not sure. The 1 minute, the 10-second, and the 30-second are all showing a turn. So I'm just gonna hold it still, and we're just gonna wait and see. All right, you guys. Well, catch me on Telegram. There's my username, Fx'tive H&W, which is high net worth. I help a lot of high net worth clients. But if you're new to trading, I have trading programs. I have webinars, classes, video classes, stuff like that. I do all of that stuff. So if you guys are interested in anything, let me know. And just hit me up, ask any questions you have. Other than that, check you guys later. Next time I'm on, I hope I get to meet you again. God bless.